If you haven't completed the XP reward path yet, I have great news for you. From today until the date it ends, you are going to be getting double gameplay experience. And if you're like myself who has been a hamster in the wheel just spinning it, great news for you as well, as they have updated the packs within it. Now there are two new programs that have also been included inside today's update. One is called the Last Ride program, which features Mike Messina and David Ortiz as the final reward. The other you will find under the Spotlight programs, and it's going to be April Spotlight Drop 1, which features left fielder Cameron Misner, starting pitcher Mackenzie Gore, and a choice pack which you can get the rare round, which features 288 overalls, or the base round, which features 386 overalls, and then last but not least, 88 overall Jordan Westburg. So the first moment tab gets you 24 program points, which is good enough to get yourself Misner and Gore. But if you go all the way to the bottom in terms of the tasks, you will see that there is an extreme moment on All-Star difficulty in which you have to hit 3 home runs back to back to back, replicating what the Yankees did this past week. And that will give you 26 program points. So 24 plus 26 equals 50. And without ever having to worry about parallel XP missions, stat missions, collecting, whatever the case may be, you will be done with this program. Now that isn't for the weak of heart, but I do believe anyone can do it. If you're struggling with zone hitting, switch it to directional, point the analog stick up, and wait on 3 pitches that are your pitches and try to hit the home run in order to save yourself some time. But it might not matter, because if we go inside of the theme programs inside of the moments tab, which you should back out of Diamond Dynasty to do moments regardless, as I've taught you all, there are moments for us to do for the Last Ride program. There are going to be 6 total moments that are going to get us 30 program stars and unlock Mike Messina, which we're going to need PXP missions for, as well as stat missions with Yankee pitchers. In the Last Ride program, we're going to have 2 different stat missions. One of them is 10 innings pitched with Yankees pitchers, and then hits with Red Sox players. And then the PXP missions is more generalized rather than team specific, where it's the series Last Ride. You're going to need to get 500 PXP with their hitters and 500 PXP with their pitchers. The beauty about the pitching one is you're going to have Mike Messina off rip, and you're going to be able to integrate him into whatever you're grinding mini seasons or conquest with and get those 10 innings pitched, as well as complete the 500 parallel PXP. Before we continue, make sure to hit that like button or subscribe button, notification bell. We stream daily on Twitch. You can find the link inside of the description. We're going to go into our inventory and we're going to filter now for Last Ride players, because we need their hitters in order to do PXP missions. So series Last Ride, you're going to toggle, and then own players, and then whoever is a hitter that you have available, you're going to put inside your lineup. Ideally, you don't want to play them out of position, because you are going to be taking them into conquest or mini seasons, but you want to have them at their primary position and get as many hits as you can. So you want to be playing on the easiest difficulty possible. But don't jump into that conquest or mini seasons game just yet, because remember, you still have a PXP mission to complete for Gore and Misner. Obviously, you're not going to be able to complete Gore and Messina at the same time. So ideally, I would tackle Messina first, since he has a 10 innings pitch requirement as well. So pitch 3 complete conquest or mini season games with him, and then 1 inning pitch, and then swap him out for Mackenzie Gore. Misner should be inside your lineup at all times, and make sure you guys use secondary positions or even the DH to your advantage to have as many of these players that you need PXP missions for inside the lineup. While doing these PXP missions, don't forget about the stat missions. Play as many of these guys as you can inside of your squad without penalizing yourself too bad. Now keep in mind, for any stat missions that says primary position third baseman, you can play that primary position third baseman at whatever his secondary position is, and the stats will still count. If you have a Last Ride third baseman, but then 2 extra third basemen that you can use in center and let's say right field, go ahead and play them at their secondary positions, but because they are still primary third basemen, the stats will still count towards this stat mission progress. But the simplest way and I'd say less time consuming way to complete stat missions if you're done with PXP missions and are not working on both of them at the same time is simply going to be load up a team full of third baseman primary hitters, face the Rockies on rookie difficulty as a way, and try to hit your 5 home runs. As soon as the third out is made, after you hit, quit out, and rinse and repeat until you get yourself 5 total home runs, the extra base hits that you need, whatever else you need in terms of stat missions. And you can do the same thing, face the Rockies as well as home, and get them for strikeouts. As soon as you complete your first 3 outs pitching, just quit out and rinse and repeat until you go ahead and knock out those stat missions. Those are the most efficient ways to complete the stat missions, but if you have PXP missions to do at the same time, I would recommend Conquest mini seasons instead, so you can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. With that, you will be done with both programs, but that's not all. We got the Conquest guide inside this video with the hidden rewards as well that you're just gonna have to watch to see where they're at, because I don't have an image for you. We also have ourselves a new chase pack, and who is inside this new chase pack? It's going to be switch hitting primary center fielder Brian Reynolds. Great clutch, great power, good speed, good fielding, good reaction. This is going to be one of the best cards inside the game that you can use right now. In addition to that, if you don't know this already, the multiplayer program is ending in roughly 10 days, and you have a 50 bundle to redeem if you're able to complete it before then. Some of these cards you're able to use in the current event. Others, you're going to be forced to either draft them in Battle Royale or integrate into your ranked season squad. Before diving into the Conquest map, Weekend Classic, we know which 2 rewards are inside that Weekend Classic pack. It's going to be 89 overall Carlos Correa as choice 1, and then 89 overall Corey Kluber as choice 2. An update to collections have been made, as there is a new tab called the Spotlight Series, and that's going to pertain to the April monthly awards. Legends and Flashbacks, they said, hey, by April 25th, you're gonna want to have as many of these cards from each of the series as possible in order to get that big collection reward coming April 25th. Our first Conquest map is going to be the Sword Conquest map. I want you to get both of these spaces each time you go up. That way, you don't have to waste a reinforcement, and then with 8 million, you can really go whichever way you want. You can go after the Diamondbacks or you can go after the Braves. We're gonna go ahead and circle in the Diamondbacks as best as we can. And listen, if you lose this simulation right here, restart it until you don't lose the simulation at all and you keep your fan. And you're gonna copy the exact same path every single time until you don't lose any fan whatsoever. So you should end up with 2 million here and then 1 million right there. You're gonna skip the Steel Fans phase because we do not have any Steel Fans goals. So never worry about that unless I tell you otherwise. Skip to Reinforce. Put 3 million right on this spot right here because that's where the Diamondbacks start off at. And as you can see, you see where you need to place the blockers for the Rangers, the Braves, and the Pirates. And then you're going to take as many open spaces as you possibly can. So 3 million, they attack us. They drop us down to 2. That's fine. No worries. Skip the Steel Fans phase. Reinforce it with a quick 3. Put the rest of your fans right here. And you're going to go a little bit towards the Rangers. See where they move towards. Nice. And do not lock yourself in. Not that it really matters, although. As you can see, you know, there's not enough to go around. So they didn't bring down any of our fans from the blocker. That makes us happy. With 8 million, we're going to try to circle in the Braves as best as we can. I wouldn't play this simulation game, even though the chances of us winning are high. I don't think it's worth it at the moment, at least. So with 4 million, we're going to skip the Steel Fans phase. I want to get the Rangers out of the way, though. So we're going to reinforce everything here, and then we're going to move the 4 million fans over towards here. And with 13 million, that should be more than enough, honestly speaking, to not only allow us to fully circle in the Rangers, and the Braves were able to take away 1 territory from us. We're not too sad about it, although. So that should be more than enough for us to circle in the Rangers, and should be more than enough to, we're gonna reinforce actually here. I forgot where they went out first. I don't even know how I forgot that soon. But we're gonna put 3 million right in the middle. That way our 3 million can attack their 1 million. Actually, let's put 4 million just to be safe. And then everything else is going to be moved towards the Atlanta Braves. And this is going to be our next leading territory. And we're just looking to circle in the Braves. I remember the Atlanta Braves where they attack first. Okay, so the Rangers attack here first. Put the blocker there. Oh my God, I thought with 4 million I was going to lose. I was going to lose it. I'm not gonna lie to you all. You don't necessarily have to circle in the Braves here. There are a ton of open spaces that would benefit you more. So take the open spaces first before trying to circle in the Braves. The Braves getting circled in is not going to be too difficult once you have a good amount of fans. With 3 million, we should be fine there as the blocker. Everything else, we're going to put 5 million here so we can take all those open territories. Everything else is going to go towards the Brave stronghold. We're going to circle them in. Or we're going to try to circle them in, actually, because 3 million doesn't guarantee a win. For us, it did, because we're just built different. You know, you got to be like us. And then you put 3 million there, 3 million on this blocker, and then everything else is going to go towards the Pirates. You're going to move these 2 million fans over here. And with 16 million, you should easily be able to get to the Pirates, circle them in, and then just reinforce nonstop until you get to play the game on rookie difficulty and work on the PXP and stat missions at the same time as you complete this conquest map. Now the 8th, new event, new diamond quest. April Showers is what it's going to be called, and most likely getting a new conquest as well, probably in the shape of an umbrella, to be honest. If you did end up enjoying today's content, hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Go ahead and check out the description for our social media links as well as our Twitch, where we stream daily. We'll be streaming today. Have a blessed day and night. Stay positive, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, gangsters. Much love.